a longtime supporter and a good friend of mine. We chat and we catch up over this visual mediums that we have today. Sean Ironmonger, he is the guy who sews. He has an awesome YouTube channel. He is a tech guru. He is awesome at sewing and inspiring lots of beginners to quilt, which is why we love partnering with Sean. Ahead and give an introduction to yourself. Tell us how you started this crazy YouTube journey of yours and how you've gotten where you are.
Okay, so actually
Sorry, the echo's gone. I can't hear it anymore. Can anyone else hear it? Can everyone hear us? Sean, I think we're good. I think that magically solved itself.
Perfect. Okay, so actually I hit the microphone on Instagram. I'm not sure if that is what it is or not. So can everyone hear me on Instagram? Let me know real quick. That would be great. But let's talk about how I started YouTube. Well, my wife actually started watching a lot of knitting YouTube videos and a lot of knitting podcasters a few years ago, and these people are getting stuff done. And I thought, okay, well, maybe if I start a YouTube channel, I'll actually get stuff done myself. So I also went looking out for podcasts for the quilting community, and I didn't really see any, but I liked how the knitting community did it. So I just kind of followed that format and, you know, figured let's give it a go and see what happens. And it's been an amazing journey, and I'm shocked that, you know, we have as many viewers as we do. I thought, you know, if I get 50 followers, 100 followers, I'd be doing great. And now we're, you know, knocking on the door of 2,700 on YouTube, and I think we're getting very close to, I think, 500 or 600 over on Instagram. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey.
That's awesome. All right, so Sean, I'm going to ask you to see if you can turn your camera on Instagram. They cannot see your lovely face. They can hear your Australian accent. They just can't see your face. And of course, your turtle behind you that I love and we talk about every time we connect. All right.
Oh, you know what? Hang on a second.
It's okay, guys. All right. Does anyone know any good jokes? If you can, put them in the comments. All right.
I think
that. So I think I'll do this.
Ah, hang on.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, we got. All right. Yes, success. All right, good. Okay. So Sean, so your journey is awesome, right, and inspiring. You saw something for your wife. You saw knitting videos, which the knitting world on YouTube is a very different beast. Like the knitters on YouTube are crazy and intense and awesome. But there's like so much circles of like community. And I am so excited to see people building that for quilting as well on YouTube, because quilting is such a visual medium and it takes time, and it's so prime for YouTube. So tell us, Sean, what makes your channel different than everyone else's YouTube channel?
I think I do a good mix of both live videos, which the quilting community just absolutely loves. Much more so than the knitting community, for instance. You know, it's just a great point that you brought up. And then I also do a podcast each Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern or 8 a.m. Central, or whatever time it is in your own time zones. I know we have folks watching from all over the place, which is where I just showcase what I have done during the week. Sometimes I get a lot done, and sometimes I have to scramble and get something done in order to show as well. And then I do my time-lapse videos, both for cotton cuts, Puzzle Mystery Quilts, and then I'm also doing it for some other projects like the East projects that I like to do as well. The more complicated, the more I seem to like it for some reason. I'm one of those crazies.
No, I like it too. The more complicated, the more opportunity there is for learning, the more fun it is for me. Like I love it, right? I like to challenge myself. I would get really bored if I was sewing a baby quilt every week for a gift. Like that is like my I don't want to have to think about it project. That's not inspiring to me. So Sean, let's talk about kind of the elephant here, right? So like you're a dude that sews, right? There's not very many dudes that sew. So tell me, what was your first draw to get into sewing, right? This is not, there's like 5% of quilters are men. So what drew it for you? Inspire other men and other women who know men who might want to get into it.
Crazy story. You know, I took home ec in high school in 7th and 8th grade, because our high schools are 7th through 12th grade in Australia, and I hated every minute of it. I mean, my teacher would probably, if she saw I had a YouTube channel right now, she'd probably fall over and have a heart attack, the poor lady. Probably least likely to succeed. But yeah, true story. I'm happy to admit it. But I went to the 2013 State Fair of Virginia, and I saw all these lovely quilts hanging up, and there were some really fun designs. And I was like, you know what, that'd be really fun to give a try and see if I can do it. And apparently I talked about it enough over the next 3 months that my wife bought me a sewing machine for Christmas, which you see sitting behind me. This one here And I've been, sewing and quilting ever since.
Wow. So enabling life, right? All it takes is just to get you a machine and off you're going.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at buying a machine, but I was, I'm very frugal at the best of times, and I looked around a little bit, and I didn't know which one to buy. And apparently, she was working behind the scenes, talking to some friends of hers that knit and sew. And Christmas Day, it was sitting there waiting for me, and I was super excited to give it a go.
Well, tell me what advice you would give to other men that might be watching that want to sew, like who might be afraid to go to that guild meeting and be the only dude in the room. Like, what are some advice you could give to some other men that want to get into quilting and sewing?
Just give it a go. Don't be afraid. Go out there and just grab fabric that you like. It's harder to find fabric that are more men-centric, but if you find something you like, if you like bright colors, just go out and do it. There's a lot of gentlemen. There's more and more gentlemen joining the quilting community every week, every day. Look on YouTube, look on the internet for, gentlemen inspired or centric groups. There's the male. I noticed that there's some online guilds like the one in Canada. I think it's like Male Quilters of Canada. I'm sure there's certain ones for the US as well. Or just jump in and hang out with the ladies. The ladies are very welcoming, very, accepting of us as well, and they love seeing the gents come in and join them as well. So if you want to hang out with the ladies, that's definitely a great option as well.
Right. No, I'm a female engineer. I am oftentimes the only female in a lot of rooms I am in. And that is one of those things, like, you just got to do it. Like, just accept it and just go in and be like-minded around your central cause and be inspired by each other's art, be inspired by the work everyone is creating. And our guild, we actually had a male member present and was able to educate and inform everyone in the membership because he has a different approach to quilting. He's more tech savvy, more computer based. It was such a fascinating presentation. And we all learned something from him, which is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I just say go for it. If you get as I said, people will be accepting. And if they don't, you're in the wrong place. Just go somewhere else.
Right. Oh, I love that. I love that. If they're not accepting of you, you're in the wrong place, right? Don't go there. Definitely go where you have value with your people. I love it. Yeah. I love it, Sean. All right. So tell me, what trends are you observing in quilting now, right? As someone who's like out there, watches a lot of YouTube, what quilting trends are you seeing in the industry?
I am seeing a huge shift towards FPP or foundation paper piecing. For sure, that's definitely something I've seen a big shift towards, and I know there's a lot of fans out there. I do know how to foundation paper piece, but I am definitely more in the traditional camp as well. So I'm seeing that, and I am also seeing, like as we mentioned a little earlier, we are seeing more and more gentlemen entering the quilting game as well. When I first started, there was just a handful of channels like myself, Ian, the off-kilter crafter, and so forth. But now we're seeing more and more gentlemen jumping into the YouTube game as well. And I'm sure Instagram has a wonderful array of gentlemen quilters as well.
Right. And I mean, you're absolutely right. Right. Representation matters. The more YouTubers you see that are men, the more you're going to think that there are men quilters out there, and the easier it'll be. That barrier comes down. The more people see you quilting and Ian quilting and sewing, then it becomes easier, becomes approachable, and I love everything about that. All right, so talk to us about your community at The Guy Who Sews, right? All the comments off on the side are how much people love you, the turtle behind you, how much they have learned from you and the content you're producing. So talk to us about how you engage with your community, how you welcome new quilters and experienced quilters into your channel.
I absolutely love the community. Let me start off with that. And I just have always gone into this with the mindset is that if you build a community and interact with them, they will stick around. And that's, for me, is the fun part. I love responding to comments. I am super behind right now. So if you've left a comment on one of my videos, I have read it, and I promise I will respond to it as quickly as possible. But, to me, it's, you build relationships and you build a community with your groups. I find the lives are a great way to communicate as well, because people can hop into the chat and interact with you pretty much immediately. And I think that's one of the draw cards of a live, where you can interact with your content, favorite content creators as well. And I just want to bring up a comment I see here from us. I'm probably going to butcher the name, Siri. Hertig, she says, tons of men of clothing designers, why not quilt? That's something I've thought about myself. You know, you have Michael Kors, you have all those other wonderful clothing designers. So yeah, if you feel led to do it, absolutely. Like, I'm not a clothing designer. I don't really have any desire to make clothes, but I love seeing what people can come up with on that as well. Okay, so
yeah, I agree. So the question was, how do you engage with your community, which you answered. And I was going to respond back that I think one of the best things about your community, Sean, is that you are so personable and approachable. And if someone asks that question, you are on it, right? And that's unfiltered access to someone that people might not get a chance to meet or see every day, but you're there and you're giving of your community, and that brings the people, right? You were talking about how this channel has gone further than you ever thought, but you're bringing in the people, you're helping the people, and you're inspiring the people, right? There's a lot of content creators out there that it's a one-way piece of communication. We're just going to tell you how to do it, and you guys are on your own and take care of yourselves, but you are in there, you are engaging, you are talking, and it is awesome and inspiring.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something else too. Like, if anyone ever has questions, you know, I provide several mediums on how, you know, they can contact me. They can shoot me an email. They can contact me on Messenger, like Facebook or Instagram or Discord as well. And I'll answer as many as I can. You know, sometimes I might not get back to you right away, but I will reach out as quickly as I can and help out, because I think as a community, we can learn and grow together, better together.
Absolutely. I love all of that. So obviously people hearing your voice know you are from someplace not in the United States. You're from down under. And so One of the things that you like to do is teach foreign exchange students how to sew, correct?
Yes, if they have the desire to. We've had a total of 5 students. Number 4 and number 5 are currently with us. 2 of them have shown interest. The first one, and then Lorenzo from Italy, who's currently with us, is learning how to sew, and we're actually going to teach him how to make one of the Cotton Cuts gnomes, hopefully this weekend.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. I love teaching people to sew. I love that. It's interesting because you get so wrapped up in your current project and your current quilt and your current thing you're working on, that to teach a beginner how to quilt, it's switching on a new muscle. Because like this is what the feed dogs are. This is what the feed dogs do. This is how the machine works. This is what tension is. All of those introductory questions, it's using a different muscle of your brain. And you have to harken back to when you were first learning. And I love that you're teaching your students how to quilt and how to sew. That's a lifelong skill. That is fantastic work.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. And like Lorenzo's learning how to crochet right now. He's learning how to quilt. He's just like taking every opportunity that he can to learn as well. So I think it's really neat that they want to do that. I don't push it. If they say, hey, I have no interest, then I'm not going to, force it on them. But if they're interested, then I'm happy to show them.
Yeah, that's fantastic work. So I crochet too. And so anytime someone's like, I make that thing with or my wife does that thing with the yarn, I always have to ask, is it 2 needles or is it 1 hook? Right? Like, is it knitting or is it crochet? All right. So Sean, let's talk about the PMQ for a little bit. So you've been an ambassador for a couple rounds now, and you are doing a large purple mist for Tree of Life, which is shipping today, which is thankfully going to be in your homes next week. Oh yeah, Sean's got his fabrics there. Show the folks on Instagram so they can see it too. Yeah. That is purple mist. It is. Go ahead.
It's even better in person than it is on the on the screen. So if you're interested, definitely jump on this one here. I'm really looking forward to sharing this with everybody over the next 10 months.
So tell us, what is it that you like about the Cotton Cuts products? You've done gnomes, you've done mystery quilts. Tell us what you like. Give us the sales pitch.
I mean, there's so many different aspects of it, but I love how everything's just done for you. All you have to do is you grab your clue. It comes packaged nicely. You unpack it and you sew. As I mentioned earlier, I love doing complicated projects, but sometimes I come home from work, I'm mentally spent, but I want to sew. And so this is something easy. I can just open up and get going and just sew right away. It's all pre-cut. You don't have to cut anything. And it's quick. It's easy. It takes 45 minutes a month to do your clue. The gnomes take a little longer, but you can sit down and do them in several settings if you want. So, yeah, that's my thing. If you want something quick and easy and fun, you can definitely, you can't go wrong with this.
Perfect. Awesome. And we love your support and all of your lives that you sew our products, and all the folks that are like, we love Sean. They're always leaving comments when they place an order. Sean sent us, Sean sent us. You're doing a fantastic job building your community. So tell us, Sean, where can everyone find you to learn more and follow your amazing adventures?
Okay, so my primary home is YouTube under the guy who sews. I also have my Instagram account, again, under the guy who sews. And then I also have a Discord group, and the name of that one is the Quilters Co-op.
All right, so Sean, help me out. So Discord, that's new for me. It might be new for some of the folks watching us. What is Discord? What's the platform? What is the purpose? Tell us about it.
Okay, so Discord is a social media platform. It's primarily text-based, but you can also upload pictures and that sort of thing there as well. I like it because it's got a fairly simple user interface, and it reminds me a lot of the old school chat rooms from back like in the AOL days.
Oh, the Yahoo chat group things. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives me that sort of vibe. And the nice thing about it too is really, I don't see any ads on it, and people just come on and they talk about quilting. You haven't got the other stuff like, you know, you're on Facebook and you get ads for like political stuff and all the other stuff you don't want. This is, you know, you just hop on, you chat with other quilters. It also has what they call voice rooms where you can actually go on and chat. It's almost like a Zoom room where you can just go on whenever you feel like it. It's free of charge, and you can hang out with other quilters. We have a number of ladies that hang out on those rooms, you know, pretty much daily as well. So you can actually hang out with other quilters and sit and chat and while you sew as well.
Oh my gosh, so I have learned something new today, Sean. I had heard of Discord. I had no idea its potential, but definitely check it out. Check it out, guys. Head over onto Discord, find Sean. Sean did a takeover on our social media platforms a couple weekends ago and created a whole series of videos. Guys, go check it out. It's unfiltered access to Sean to kind of see his style, see his communication technique. Sean, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see Purple Mist come together for you, and we will be in touch.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
All right, great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, bye everyone. And cut. Thank you so much for watching our video. We have so much fun making these, and we hope that you were both delighted and inspired by what you just watched. This video was sponsored by Cotton Cuts. Cotton Cuts is your one stop for all the best fabric and thread memberships. Love fabric? We've got you covered. Love thread? We've got you covered. We get that no two quilters are cut from the same cloth, which is why our memberships are as unique as you. We also have the largest block of the month in the world. Over 4,000 detectives solve our puzzle mystery quilts every year, and you can join them. Simply go to cottoncuts.com to learn more about all the awesome and fun things that we're doing. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to make sure you get all of our new fresh content every time it comes out. Thank you so much. Happy sewing enthusiasts, and we will see you soon. Bye now.